Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Right now, the federal government, Bola Tinubu, is in a fix over the demands from all and sundry for the former agitator and also Niger Delta militant leader Asari Dokubo to be arrested. This is born out of the threat he threw at the Igbos and other statement which he had made, which is considered to be a threat to national peace. I'm going to give you full details of what the demands of a particular sociocultural organization, called them a pressure group, and you're not wrong, what they have done right now, because as I'm talking to you, the international community, the US, the UK, and other world leaders have been informed about these nefarious statements that were made by Asari Dokubo. And right now, with it, I feel that Bola Tinubu government will be under heavy pressure. All right, let's just look at what the socio-economic group had to say. According to the news, Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, yesterday petitioned world leaders over failure by the federal government to arrest elsewhere Niger Delta militant leader and former agitator Asari Dokubo, despite alleged threat to the Nigerian state and people. Huriwa, in a statement by its national coordinator Emmanuel Nwobiko, warned that the president Bola Tinubu government is creating a monster out of Asari Dokubo, who dared the military to arrest him and threatened that he would reduce Nigerian oil production to zero. The petition was addressed to the European Union, President of the United States of America, the French President, the British Prime Minister, the German Chancellor, and other world leaders. Huriwa, in a statement, called for their urgent high-level intervention in getting Bola Tinubu to order the arrest of Asari Dokubo for alleged dangerous hate speech and threat to the Igbo ethnic tribe of Nigeria. The group accused the administration of President Bola Tinubu of being afraid of Asari Dokubo and failing to arrest him despite the ex-agitator's threat to destroy the country if arrested for unlawful possession of assault rifles and threat to lives and property of the Igbo people in the country. Recall that Huriwa previously issued a 72-hour ultimatum to the federal government to arrest Asari Dokubo over his suspected link to violent UGM in the southeast or risk unprecedented protests in the country. Asari Dokubo visited Tinubu last month, had in a viral video brandish multiple equipment and threatened to take out Igbos because they supported Labour Party Peter Obi in the February 25, 2023 presidential polls against the ex-militant's preferred candidate in the person of Tinubu, the then candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC). The petition has become imperative because despite calls from several quarters, particularly non-governmental organizations and prominent civil society activists, Nigerian President Bola Tinubu has pointedly ignored this call. President Tinubu must stop treating threats and individuals that constitute grave threats to national unity with kid's glove. The failure of all security forces to take in Asari Dokubo, who reportedly display military-grade weapons and threaten Igbos, is a serious dereliction of duty. Huriwa most passionately appealed to the European Union and the others copied war leaders to urgently bring pressure to bear on Nigerian president to immediate arrest or to order immediate arrest, investigation, and prosecution of Asari Dokubo. This is the only way to bring about peace and tranquility in the southeast and Nigeria as a whole. And guess what? This has attracted a lot of reactions from Nigerians. Someone here says these people will not cease. IPOP is now on board, and all of these, I don't know. This one said, these evil people, Emmanuel Onwobiko, is still thinking backward, telling foreigners to involve in Nigerian government. The people you are calling to front forward upfront this issue are busy trying to solve their personal problems and you are bothering yourself. Another one here says, I think the problem of this country is not solely the politician, but the mentality of some half-baked youth of this country. I'm from Rivers State with Asari Dokubo, and I can categorically state that his statement was not only barbaric but treason, and it pains down to my marrow that in a civil society like this, a youth will be venting such a thing from his mouth in the name of love for Asari Dokubo tribal sentiment. Yet, will we want Nigeria to be developed like UK and US? Wow, this is really a good statement coming from this young man because unfortunately people seems to value ethnicity more than the peace that they and their families should enjoy. It's really shocking that this guy comes out to make all these statements, and you'll be so shocked that a lot of people will seem to support him and stand by him and feel what he is doing is right. What Asari Dokubo said, as much as Nigeria is concerned as a country, was outrightly condemnable. That was not the right step or a right statement to be made by someone who have intention of showing his contribution to the war at large. Someone here says, so US and UK will come and arrest for you in Nigeria. It seems some people have lost their head and brain in this country, my brother. Another one here says, it's very unfortunate that people who claim to know too much didn't know anything. No wonder the Nigerian state and its people do not trust the Igbo man and can never give him the power to rule the country. You can see a foolish man whose house is on fire in his own land instead of him to focus on how to put off the fire because the fire will gradually burn down the entire Igbo land. He refuses to do anything about it and he is now coming out to advise another man whose house is not on fire. What a life. This one here say, go and find out those behind this petition and you will discover that it's from a member of a particular tribe who has always been crying marginalization. Another person here says, these babies don't understand how the law works. International communities know they don't have the power you are asking them to use. Only God and the President of Nigeria have it. Now, this is another issue of concern. Because of the sovereignty that Nigeria enjoy as a country, they cannot just step forward and make this kind of, international community cannot come out to arrest. But even if they cannot do it, if it goes out of hand, they have the right to sanction the country that are involved in this act, especially the European Union, as much as they are interested in joining forces with Nigeria. But if you claim that you are running democracy and at the same time you are doing things out of place, you are calling for their rod. These guys are not stupid to get, the European Union involved because they know they have some powers, to influence the government, especially in Nigeria, considering the fact that we have some high level of dependency on them when it comes to our economic growth. So if, for example, you're thinking of possibly getting a loan from them and they tell you, man, what we are hearing in your country is really pathetic. You need to do something about it. Outside that, we won't help you. That can affect, the current administration. So don't think that people making those demands, they do not know that Nigeria is a sovereign state and all of that. That's where we like to leave it. Go to our comment section